7, bacteria and exponential growth. In this section, I'm only going to focus on the opening exercise. This is the main part of the lesson that needs to be understood, and the rest, if you want to do the bacteria part, will be a live demonstration. But anyway, the purpose of this video or this lesson is to understand that if the bases are the same, so if we look in letter A, this base is a 2 and this base is a 2, if that's the case, the only thing that I'm interested in is the exponents. So once the base is the same, I know that x has to be equal to 3. Likewise here, if this base is a 2 with an exponent of an x, this base is a 2 with an exponent of a 1. With that being said, we can guarantee that x is going to equal to 1. So the goal to walk away with and what the practice set is going to focus on is your ability to create equal bases. So for example, if we look at letter C, this is the first one that we look at, and see that this is a 16. So what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite the 16 with something that's equivalent. So we're going to leave the left hand side as is. I'm going to rewrite 16 as 2 to the 4th power. Now once we've established that, we can now say that x is going to equal 4. Because once the bases are the same, the bases become irrelevant and we focus only on the exponential part. So likewise, if we look at letter D, we're going to take this minus 64, move it to the other side. So we end up with 2 to the x equals 64. And our goal is going to be to then rewrite 64 in terms of a base 2 value. And so 64 can be replaced with 2 to the 6th power. And again, once that goal is achieved, we can then say that x is going to be equal to 6. So same idea continues on. All right, we're going to move this 1 to the other side. So 2 to the x is going to equal to positive 1. And to make that work out, we replace that with 2 to the x equals 2 to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is going to be equal to 1. And so therefore we can say, in this case, that x would have to equal 0. So then you start to see in letter F the building of this idea. So we keep our 2 to the 3x power, and we replace our 64 with 2 to the 6th power. Now again, remember, once we've established that, we now are not interested in the base, we are only interested in the exponents, and now we have a little one-step equation where 3x is equal to 6. Then we divide both sides by 3, and we find out that x would end up equaling 2. So last example is we have 2 to the x plus 1 power, and we're going to take that 32 and we're going to replace it with 2 to the 5th power. So when we do that, right, now the bases are the same, we're only interested in the exponents. X plus 1 equals 5, and then we can subtract 1 to the other side, and then we find out that x is equal to 4. So that is the only part of lesson 7 that this video is going to entertain, and then that should be enough to move you into the problem set.